right, so Tricia, it's your turn in the hot seat.
My Q&A.
You ready to go here?
I'm ready.
All right. First of all, I'd like to thank you for making yourself available when I know you weren't face ready today. I know it's as you like to say, it's a bad face day. I don't really see anything wrong, but I mean, you know you and what your viewers expect of you. So I mean, if you say that you're not ready to be on, and then so be it. But again,
Listen, all I said I wasn't recording today.
Oh, okay. I must have misinterpreted that somehow. All right, so I guess jump right into this here. Who are you, man? What's your deal?
So my name's Tricia. I go by Tricia Star. You can follow me on Instagram, Tricia_star1. I have a day job. Boo, I know. Mother of two. Yay! Mother of two. And right now, here I am with my brother-in-law and one of my best friends, just trying to,
That's just me, right? That's just you.
That's just
you covered me on both things there. Okay.
Oh no, Abby's gonna fight you on that one. My brother-in-law and one of my best friends, Abie. But so my family here, my extended family, just trying to put our talents together, see what we can do, make some history. Maybe at least our kids can one day look back and think their parents are kind of cool.
Yeah, because they can't watch this shit now.
Yeah, so they'll think we're kind of cool maybe some point later on.
All right, so I'll ask two questions here. One really, I guess. Most important thing, or most difficult thing about being a parent, and the easiest thing about being a parent.
Most difficult thing about being a parent, I would say, is just never knowing if you're doing the right thing always.
Okay.
It's hard enough thinking and feeling for yourself, and then thinking and worrying for other people. It's a lot.
Okay. Easiest.
The easiest thing. It's just, I think the easiest thing is just forgiving your kids. When they do something and you get mad, you get in the moment, and believe me, it's easy to get mad, especially when you keep repeating yourself over and over again about the same things. But just the way you feel for them isn't the same that you feel for other people, so it's easy to be ugh. And I look back and I see why. I remember being younger, my mom's oh, you're grounded. When you come home, no TV, no phone, I'd be oh shit, man, I want to stay at school all day today because I can't go home and do nothing. And then I'd get home and then show my mom a little bit of love, and my mom would forget that no phone call, no television, and there I was talking on the phone watching TV, right? But it was just showing that it was easy for her to give me because she had that soft spot for me being hers, right? So I get it.
You ready for them to start dating?
So I know it's messed up because society puts these standards on girls and boys and everything's different, and yes, it is like that with our kids. My son's older, my daughter's younger. My son, he's probably gonna be mad at me if he does see this, but he
won't see this.
He has a girlfriend right now.
Just don't say her name, you're good.
I don't even really know her name.
Bad parenting.
So yeah, he doesn't really want he let me know about her, but doesn't want me to know too much about her. So here I am being a Facebook parent stalker, trying to creep and see if I could see who this girl is. I'm gonna pop by the school one day maybe and just do little.
You going full on stalker issues? Okay, all right.
It's my one and only boy, right. So I gotta know.
You all right? Favorite actor, favorite actress.
Favorite actor. So the go-to, obviously, and it's everybody's go-to, is Denzel Washington. And
stealing my answers.
No, I'm not. But you know what? There's a lot of really good actors, Mark Wahlberg. I know he doesn't get he doesn't get credit for his stuff, but his roles are always good.
Got some good comedic
compared
chops.
To being in the music scene, I prefer him as an actor. I don't know if you remember back in the day.
Mark and Funky Bunch did volume, man.
Yeah, but I prefer him as an actor, and he's really, really feels his roles. I remember the first movie I watched with him was Fear, and he played the psycho boyfriend, and I'm telling you, I never seen a psycho person. Yeah, he did such a good job. I was oh, this is it. Doesn't help that he's good looking. I mean, it helps that he's good looking as well.
It always helps. Female.
Female. There's a few. And like growing up, I watched I grew up in a generation where like although the main movie scenes weren't black movies, there were a lot of black movies coming out, like Higher Learning, and there were a lot of like good things. And one of the actresses that always like hit me real good was Angela Bassett.
Oh, for sure.
She's always had like strong roles.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood, amazing. Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with It? There was the one with Whitney Houston and everybody else, Waiting to Exhale. Like just every role she's ever done, she's done a really good job.
It's like how she burned up that car and clothes, right?
Yeah, she showed emotion.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a couple. You know who else is actually I thought was a good actress? She hasn't done a lot of things lately, but even Queen Latifah. I liked her.
Set It Off?
Yeah, like she did such a good role in Set It Off. And like a lot of things, even just like good shows. Kid and Play, she was in that for a minute. Like, you know, it was a little...
House Party?
Yeah, it's a little short clip. But
so you don't really know movie names, eh?
I remember movies. Like, I mean, that was a long... Not that long ago.
Just to describe the movie to everybody.
Listen, but you know what? I loved those movies back then. Like, one of my favorite movies, and I always forget the name, but I remember it right now, is I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Oh, yeah.
And like, that is such a classic movie. The Wayans brothers, the Wayans family, they're friggin' amazing. They're all good actors too, but like, they're funny as fucking hell. Anyways.
All right. Okay. Do you think, with all this, I know it's simmered down since 2 years ago, but the Oscar situation and, you know, Oscars So White, which I think was like last year, maybe 2 years ago. Do you feel that blacks have a right to criticize the Oscars when they have their own award show dedicated to, you know, highlighting black actresses and actors? Are they allowed to have both?
Yes, because I feel like coming up with like BT or anything that was black was to pave a way for us to fit in. Like, look, we're here, you know, like you don't want to give us credit, but we're going to acknowledge our people, and it kind of strengthened our community to feel more empowered to go and pursue and like kind of push their way in, right? So yes, I feel like if this black actress played her role to the best of anybody's capabilities, then yes, she deserves an Emmy too. She deserves a Grammy. She deserves an Oscar, whatever, right? Like, give credit where credit's due. I think the only reason that it is black or white, or it's not like white Oscars, but like the only reason that it's differentiated is because we needed to show people, the world, like, hey, we're here too. Like, we're not just your like filler actresses, background scenes that are there to like mock and make fun of, like, you know, for gay roles and this role and like whatever, that's just mockery, right? We're here, we have quality as well, and like this is what we do. Same like down to our directors, writers, producers, like we are talented people, like a group of people, and that's all we wanted to, I believe that was the intent, to show like, look, here we are, like look at us too, and open the doorways to get Grammys and Oscars.
Okay. So if somehow down the road there's more inclusion, or there's more winners, more black winners, more Hispanic winners, whatever, of Oscars, do you eliminate the BET Awards?
I don't think you eliminate something that was the conception of what allowed you to evolve to where you are.
Okay.
And I do think other cultures should be like included. They have Spanish awards for Spanish actors, like Spanish movies. That's a big culture. Like, we're seeing a lot of their stuff coming into our TV, like translated versions of their shows coming.
Narcos.
No, not even just Narcos. Like, I watched, I think it's Victim Number 8, right? And it was like,
I can't even trust you with names right now.
It's called Victim Number 8.
You're guessing, man. You're guessing. Okay, so Victim Number 8. Everyone look that up.
Anyways.
Maybe she's onto something.
But there are, oh, great, you're gonna look it up. And Victim Number 8, that's what it is. At first, and I know this because at first I was calling it Number 8. And then I went back and checked it. It's Victim Number 8. Okay? But anyways, the point is that all cultures, like you see in the Chinese, you see it in Bollywood, right? Like everybody else has
huge.
it. But whenever we want to, as black people,
we got confirmation
I know.
Victim Number 8. It's confirmed.
But whenever
Go
we
check that out.
as Black people want to do something, then there's this big thing. It's like a conspiracy now. Black people are trying to come and like take. What are we doing that's different than everybody else, right? God forbid a Black person opens a fucking like gas station. The whole world's gonna lose their mind.
And no Black people gonna get gas from him.
And that's the thing, right? He probably wouldn't even have any gas story out of that. I'm
Anyway,
just joking, I'm joking,
maybe we're wrong. Okay. Dream car. And your 5-year plan to get it.
Okay, you know what? Everybody says like, oh, I want a Maybach and I want this.
Maybach's not
like,
for driving yourself though.
I know.
So
obviously you need to
right.
drive it, right? But like one car that I always loved, and that's like I guess I don't need a 5-year plan for that 'cause it's not like big time. But like I always loved like the MDX. I always loved the shape of, like I don't even really like the new ones. So like I would go for like an older model MDX because I like the body of it.
Okay.
Or like any kind of drop top. It doesn't have to be like anything fancy. Fuck, if someone made me like a model called Crayon drop top and just top could go down, like fucking drive it.
Okay. Crayon coming soon, maybe.
And it's budget friendly. That's amazing.
It's hella budget friendly. Places you've traveled, places you want to travel.
I don't have a very wide like list for traveling. I
Kids.
want to
Ruin everything.
Yeah, I want to be able to travel everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like 34, maybe 40 countries in the world, and places to visit. Like I'd like to see them all, or at least get to halfway through.
Okay.
Where have I been? So Grenada, of course, always, many years since I was little. I've been to Barbados, but that was a really short trip and I was younger, so I don't really remember much. Actually, what I do remember is my fish sandwich. It was the best fish sandwich I ever had. Those, like, honestly, those Bajans know how to do it up.
Okay.
Trinidad, and that was just a couple days as well. Jamaica. That was
So
good.
the islands.
The islands.
Okay, so
Dominican Republic.
been to the
Where do I
islands,
want to
alright.
go next? I want to go to like, I don't know. I'd like to go to England, spend like a week maybe, and then start flying to different places. Like go to Morocco, go to Iceland, maybe hit up like Italy and like whatever, right? It's the cheapest port to
England
go
is
from.
a good hub, man.
Yeah.
Gets you everywhere for real cheap.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Best memory from middle school.
Jeez.
Can you remind me which team won the NBA championship this year?
Raptors.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it just slipped my mind for a second.
Okay, listen, I know it was a while ago, middle school, it's not that long ago, but it's a bit, I don't know, I think just, best memory from middle school. Okay, so the best memory from middle school would be, so I didn't have middle school like you guys. I went like straight from kindergarten to grade 8, right? It was just elementary school.
Okay.
But was our grade 7, 8 trip, I believe. Anyways, it was our grade, like a graduation trip. We went to Muskoka, and I had my besties, and we had such a good time that like whole week. Like we experienced so many things. We went like skating, snowshoeing. I got my foot stuck in the ice, but that was a great experience as well. We like did so much stuff, and it was a great bonding experience like with those girls. So.
Okay. What's Abby's biggest problem?
That she is always right and she's never wrong, and even if she's not right at the moment, like she swears that somehow she's gonna be right, and one day
to modify
you're gonna,
something to get to make it right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Abie has never looked in a mirror. I think that's what.
No, well, because she can't, and she won't be able to stop staring at herself. So,
that's a good point.
yeah, it'd be very counterproductive for her.
True.
She'd get lost in her own eyes
Yeah.
and such. Yeah.
Oh, you missed it, and now it's probably be even worse because like she got a haircut. She's got.
Ooh.
Ooh, Abie just did some photos and they look amazing. I
Really?
should say. So yeah, we'll probably post that up on Instagram, Facebook.
Okay.
Some of her shots. They're great.
All right. Cool. Thank you for your time
All right.
and your honesty and your in-depth answers.
Oh, were they supposed to be like yes, no? Maybe so.
Somewhere in between. But you did a good job, you know.
Alright.
I know you're not really face ready and stuff to be on camera right now, so you know, we'll take that into account.
Thanks
Don't
for your
criticize.
graciousness, Mark, and your forgiveness. Like honestly,
Okay.
that's what family's for, right?